Hey everyone, this is Caller with Moletrap. This is set 3 of Lecaf Oz versus SKT1. We have here Young versus Bisu Shield. Young, a toss player for Lecaf Oz who hasn't been doing badly recently, and of course Bisu needs no introduction. He is, I think, the best player in the world right now. So maybe, just maybe, Young will be another Taza and be able to take one off the
Oh my
great
god.
Bisu. But if Stork can't even do it, no spoilers, but if Stork recently has not been able to do it against Bisu, I don't know if any other Protoss can do it. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be hard basically for Young to do it.
Yeah, no spoilers, but by the way, Stork didn't beat Bisu. That was real slick there.
Well,
um,
you don't know where he played, but anyway.
that's true. That's true. But yes, Stork for a little while there. I have to admit, I thought that Stork was still better than Bisu at PvP, but Stork has been
Oh, Young is
showing.
undefeated. By the way, Young is
Really?
undefeated. He is 2-0 logging into this game, and his 2 wins have been against Protoss, although they were hand and stats, so not exactly the most impressive. But he's still
Wow.
100%, and we'll see if Bisu breaks
Well,
his
it is
loss
gonna
virginity.
be it is gonna be an
Look at him!
honor
He's
for.
such such a kid.
It is going to be an
Uh,
honor for Young to get his first loss from none other than the MSL champion, Bisu Shield. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I
seriously,
mean,
Bisu, you're right. I don't think there's much argument that he is the best player in the world right now. I mean, there's a couple people that you can make argument might be in contention, but you know, and actually one of them is on the other team right now. Jadong, he's a contender as well. But Inter Young, he's
certainly.
got he's got a little success under his belt, but to be completely honest, I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish too much. But yeah, anything can happen in the world of Taza, like you mentioned.
And Taza and Young, right? And by the way, I should
Taza
give the
the.
colors.
Oh yeah,
Taza
sorry. Go
is
ahead.
the. I'm sorry. Young is the teal toss at the top, and Bisu is the orange toss at the left side. So let's see if Young slash Taza or wherever can can pull this off
To clarify real quick, Taza is another no-name Protoss player who managed to beat Bisu
on this
um,
map
and
too.
on this map. So
Yeah,
anything can happen in the world of StarCraft, and that's one of the reasons why StarCraft is so great because even when a player is unbeatable, you know, Frozian can still beat them 1 out of 10 times, or Taza can still come out of nowhere and beat the world champion. So you never know the outcome of the game beforehand. You can always see something interesting happen. Um, so yeah, it should be an exciting game one way or the other. Um, it's always fun to watch Bisu dominate people, but if it turns out to be a close match, then that's cool too. And oh man, they put what's that guy's name again? Binky?
I actually don't know. I never heard of his name.
It's like Blinky or something like that, or Bimp, Blimpy or I don't know, something like that. Little Manor pylon going down, blocking mineral patch. It's not too bad. Didn't block any probes, but
That
anyway,
was
pretty
Bisu's, by
standard
the
from
way.
both players. Just gateway into assimilator. We're probably gonna see assimilators here in a moment. I'm not assimilator. Cybernetics core. I mean. Um, so not going to be anything too interesting going on at first. And both players have scouted each other as well, so so they're going to know what's going on.
Oh my
What the
goodness, a
heck?
forge going down
Oh
for
no!
Bisu
Oh, we're
inside.
seeing an embarrassment belt
Inside of
from
you.
Bisu. Oh
Oh no.
man!
Oh no, this
In base
kid.
cannons.
Oh man, is he gonna go for it? Is that just a manner forge, or is he gonna really seriously? Is he gonna do it? I
It
mean, what a
might be a
way
mana
to get your
forge. You're
first
right.
loss.
You're right.
What a way to get your first loss to in your base cannons, which wouldn't be the first time Bisu versus Pakju was in your base gateways, but it would be certainly amazing to watch. And oh my goodness, is he gonna really do it? He has a forge up. It might just be it
There's
might
no
just be him
pylon.
having fun there. Yeah, there's no pylons, so it might just be him having fun and also stopping 3 mineral patches. So I guess it could be worth it. Although Bisu is probably confident enough in this game that even if he is like slightly behind by like 30 minerals or something, he can win anyway, and certainly quite funny to watch. Looks like Bisu
That's
is going to go
hilarious.
for a 2 gate. Yeah, core into 2 gate here, and probably going to try to put a lot of pressure on. And looks like it was destroyed. No like supreme humiliation for Inner Young here in this game. He can breathe a sigh of relief there.
Well, he got manner forged. I mean, that's a little embarrassing anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
But that I mean that did cause a lot of slowdown there for Young and Bisu. You can kind of see the result of it in that Bisu did get a second gateway up earlier, and so at the very least it looks like, and he's got the same level of army, so it looks like it did actually all that manner pyloning and manner forging actually did accomplish something there. So that's kind of interesting. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's actually amazing he managed to squeeze that forge in there with all the
Yeah,
probes running around. That there was
I
an
know.
opening.
I know. I don't think I've ever seen that. I seriously, I think that's the very first time that's ever happened. Well, that I've seen. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Young is actually not very young. He looks like very young, but he's actually he's 20 years old, which is the same age. Is actually older than Bisu. Bisu only 19, so new to the pro scene, but I guess not that young, even though he appears like it and his name is like it. But anyway, here's Bisu moving out with one more Dragoon than what Young has at his ridge there, but two more coming up for Young. So four and two versus 3 and 2 from Bisu. Probably going to be able to hold this off pretty easily. We'll see when either player decides to go for something else, and by that I mean a robotics facility or a possible really gutsy expansion, although I think it's unlikely. There's the Robo for Bisu, and there's the Robo for Young, so pretty much same timing so far. I wouldn't say either player is ahead right now. I think they're pretty much even, despite the early game antics from Bisu. And here we're seeing a little bit of an engagement. I think Bisu's going to come out on the wrong end of this, actually. But
Yeah,
no,
Bisu
actually,
getting
one
another
more
Dragoon in
Dragoon.
just in time, and actually coming out ahead
Yeah,
with the Zealot as well. He had an extra Zealot. So Young is actually going to get pushed back here. Young does have reinforcements coming in up his ramp, but he's not microing his Dragoons quite as well as he could, and so he's
no.
going to... oh, well, actually, never mind. I guess Bisu's Dragoons were more damaged than I thought, and I lost a couple there pretty quick when I blinked. And he's going to get pushed back here. But this is classic Bisu, the putting pressure on the other player, even with just a few forces, keeping the pressure up, keeping them on their toes, and off guard, and just putting the pressure on with what forces he has, and trying to keep both players' counts low, I guess.
Yeah, I mean he just has better micro pretty much than any other Pro Toss player in the world. He's proven it against everybody from Stork to Jangbi to Best, and those are the other three great Pro Tosses around. And he is absolutely known for it, and pretty much he can win in micro alone pretty much, and he knows he has to make some glaring errors in order to lose. But against Taza, for example, what actually happened is he went for some kind of weird DT rush and then totally failed with it, and Taza won. But here we're seeing a Reaver drop coming from Bisu, I believe. I'm not sure if the Reaver's out. It probably is, though, because the shuttle looks like it's going to go all the way here. Or is it going to just drop a probe? I'm not sure if it picked up the Reaver. But he's going to go
It's
in
gonna have a
anyway, and this...
Reaver.
yeah, it's got to have a Reaver. Oh, this is not going to be pretty for Young, I think.
He's fallen back with that shuttle. That's kind of
Yeah, maybe
strange.
not.
I have no idea why that
Hmm.
happened. Maybe he was just scoping things out. Maybe he's trying to fake. Okay, there's the
Yeah, I
Reaver.
think it was
So
trying to
you're
fake him
right.
out.
The
There's
Reaver
the
wasn't
Reaver.
out yet.
Yeah. It felt early
That's
to me.
weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to throw Young off, faking him out by falling back there. But I thought, Bisu had fallen back to his ramp and set up a nice little concave of his Dragoons. It looked like he was setting up to defend against a counterattack when he went in with his Reavers. But he didn't have a Reaver out. That's really strange. And now Young is going to be a little bit on his guard. I don't know. That's really strange. Maybe he. Okay.
Maybe
It
for
looks like
scouting?
maybe what he was. Yeah. Maybe what he's
I don't know.
expecting to do is actually get Young to pull some dragoons back to the back of his base to defend against a Reaver drop.
Oh.
And now there's going to be less dragoons at the front for when Bisu goes in with his Reaver in the front. And here comes the attack. And Young has a nice little line of defense here, but
Oh.
Bisu has Reavers first. He's going to get a Scarab off in the middle of those. Oh, Young brings in his Reaver at just the right moment there. Gets off some Scarabs as well. Bisu picking his up in his shuttle. Both players shuttle microing extremely well. And actually, Young comes out on top of that battle. And Bisu's going to have
Wow.
to fall back with his Reaver just to save it. It looks like Young actually went in to try and snipe that shuttle off. Bisu did manage to save his shuttle and his Reaver, but Young actually came out on top of that battle, which is, and yeah, he
Although,
knows that Beast is going to go for some harassment now that he doesn't have an
right.
army. He's brought those back, and Beast needs to watch out. Yeah, Bisu spots those Dragoons. He's going to fall back. That was crazy.
That was a good battle there. Young showing, you know, even if you're not Bisu, you could still beat Bisu in the battle. But I don't know if he'll win the war though. That wasn't too much of a victory. He was up maybe 2 Dragoons at the end. Both players still have their Reaver and Shuttle, and two Reavers now out for Young. We'll see if Young takes his opportunity to expand. Looks like he won't. This map, it's pretty hard to hold your expansion, and it just in general, it's not a macro map at all. So we're seeing Bisu playing it safe. Also, he's got some goons in the back of his base to ward off a Reaver drop. None coming from Young though, and Young gonna bring a probe there just to check out what Bisu's doing. Make sure he's not expanding, and as first person view here, not going to see too much. Bisu has his shuttle north of his base. I think it's only got 1 Reaver right now, although I suspect he would have a second Reaver out now. It will come down to really just when the next attack is and whose micro is better, pretty much. That sounds pretty obvious, actually, but I don't think either player can risk doing a harass right now, is what I was trying to say. And looks like Bisu once again is going to put the pressure on Young and just basically just keep doing it until Young cracks, I think.
Yeah, and Young's forces are a little bit more spread out here as well. Well, no, actually, never mind. Bisu doesn't have a lot of Dragoons. I thought Bisu had more Dragoons. We did see in the first-person view that Bisu does have 2 Reavers in that shuttle. And actually, he's trying to
Yeah.
move in with just those Reavers. He needs to be a little careful that he doesn't get him
Oh,
sniped
man.
off. But Young actually has 3 Reavers out, and so he's probably going to be a little bit easier to have an easier time defending if Bisu goes in. Whoa! Scarab's going everywhere.
Nice
Um,
micro.
Nice micro, but both players.
Oh!
Oh! Scarab goes off on Bisu's Reavers. He picks him up just in time and doesn't lose his shuttle. Going in for the full attack now. Reavers in from behind. It looks like
Oh!
Bisu does have a little bit more. Oh, he snipes
Young
off one
loses
of the
2.
Reavers. He takes
Oh
out
my
Young's
god!
Reavers. Young asleep at
What?
the wheel of his shuttle.
Young. Oh man. Young. How did he lose that battle with 3 Reavers versus 2 and lose both of his Reavers? He just wasn't doing any shuttle micro during the most critical moment. Like you said, asleep at the wheel there. And wow, he is going to lose this game, I think. Bisu has a slight advantage, and that's enough. All Bisu needs is a slight advantage, and okay, now he's going to solidify it. More goons coming in now. Young going to try to defend. He needs to get the shuttle. Is he going to get the shuttle? No, he doesn't even get the shuttle. And 3 Dragoons from Bisu and the Reaver now in the mineral lines.
Oh.
Oh, man. There goes
Oh no.
Young's perfect record cherry.
GG from Young.
GG.
Oh
Well,
man.
oh man, Bisu can carve another another notch into his keyboard. Slain another perfect record.
Man, that's a little
Young, the
disappointing. Young
yeah,
must have been off in his base macroing at just the wrong moment when he needed to be picking his Reavers up in his shuttle to avoid Scarabs and avoid those Dragoons, and it just didn't happen. And so Bisu was able to destroy those Reavers, and it was just all downhill from there. So,
and
wow,
this is the
good effort
formal
though by Young. He put up a
SKT1.
good fight.
Yeah, is this like the formal like Navy version of the SKT1 outfit or something? I mean, this is
This is the
very fancy outfit for Bisu.
this is them dressing as anime characters. They look like they should be flying mechs around in like Gundams.
All right, stay tuned for Game 4.